And here, guys, pay attention, it's a stair. It's a Stufenheck, as we're calling it in Germany, so the sedan or saloon of the Opel Corsa A. And this one was never built in Germany, but it was imported. It was only built like this in Brazil, if you believe it or not, but Opel did decide to also bring this one up to Germany. Of course, it wasn't the big success because hatchbacks are simply the better sellers over here in Germany. Loving the decoration with the trunk on the top. And it's even open, so we can take a little look inside. And he still has some pommes frites, so fried potatoes left. Tempted to take one. Just kidding. And another one of these unloved Opel Kadett Ds, but they are of course also a nice entry into the Opel scene if you're looking for an older one, because if something is not this popular, this much loved, then of course it can be cheaper. And believe me, even if you're driving something that is perhaps not the most loved one, but you are still accepted as one of the old Opel gang. So, and here this one is called also a baby Corvette. This is the Opel GT, and I was reading, it's even in GT/J, and I was reading that Opel and Chevrolet, they did design their car by themselves. So this one wasn't designed by Chevrolet, not being as the Corvette, the small Corvette for Europe. So this was just random that this car was so similar in design. But perhaps someone was seeing something and thinking, we can do something like this on our own. Also possible. Beautiful. And here, guys, Opel Ascona B 240 in the Opel Motorsport design. And here again the big guy, the Opel, what was it? Was it the Admiral? And there's the Senator. So this one was then later the biggest one of the Opel family. And as you can see there, it's of course shorter. Pre-facelift 3.0 E. The Kapitän was of course something, or Admiral. Well, there were three versions of this. Of this one here. It was the Kapitän, Admiral, and the Diplomat. Diplomat was the biggest one, the most exclusive one. And here you can see also the front is of course also shorter. Oh well. Actually, it seems like they're standing just on the same line. But well, for sure, this smaller car and this smaller engine, because this has a V6 or is in stroke 6. But at least a 6-cylinder, while the Admiral or the Diplomat was also available as an V8. This is a wonderful black Opel Kadett C1 pre-facelift coupe with cool golden BBS wheels. And look at this, Recaro seats with a nice pattern. Opel Kadett 1200. And here's another Opel Calibra, so the successor of the Opel Manta B. And so we can just take a look from here. I'm thinking it wasn't this successful as the Opel Manta, but it was successful. And this guy is in Kadett GSi. And here, yeah, this is an Opel Commodore. Beautiful. And like as with the successor, you can also tell here by this design line that this is the Commodore. Of course, you can swap parts. So the body itself is the same as for the Ascona. And here, it's the Ascona, I mean the record. This guy is an Ascona. I'm thinking it's a different bootlet than from my Audi, but I could be wrong. It's sometimes a surprise what parts are the same at certain cars. The rims, I'm thinking, are from the Astra. No, well, no idea. But cool looking, but more modern. These are from the series, I would say. And here again the great Opel Commodore. In Brazil there was a car looking very similar, was also based on the body of the Opel Record or the Commodore. It was the Chevrolet Opala. But this guys, this is our one from Germany, Opel Commodore. I'm thinking I've seen this GSi also at the meeting in Reiterhof. And here guys, Opel Kadett E GSi. And here the Calibra. And here's a liftback of the Opel Vectra. Back from the time when liftbacks were still a thing. And it was just this generation and the one before that had the liftback. And here a blue. Why am I always saying blue? It is yellow. Yellow Calibra. And look at this wonderful guys. Opel Vectra A Saloon. And here's a Corsa B. The egg-shaped Corsa. But well, this design was also used for quite a long time, so the follow-ups were also always looking a little bit like an evolution of this one. My mom also had one like this, or actually my parents. Well, as I told you, my dad passed away in April. He still drove this one, but they had the 5-door one, but it was not in such a good condition. And here's the Opel Vectra. I'm not going too close because there's someone sitting in and I don't want to film the people. But well, so see here. Opel Astra F. And this one has these black OEM tail lamps, so you needed to put these reflectors on it because that's the law. Also, people don't like it, but well, there must be something reflective in red. Oh, look at this guy's nice airbrush.
Nein, das brauche ich nicht. Die macht das ja nicht wegen Mogelhof oder wegen Einzelheit, die macht das, weil ich selber frei war.
This was the pre-facelift according to the... No, it was not the pre-facelift. I was thinking the... what is it? I'm not sure now if it's the facelift or the pre-facelift. I'm thinking the grill is from the pre-facelift, isn't it? And here's another Opel Omega A2. And this, guys, is not just a normal one. This actually isn't even the Opel, because it's seeming like this is one of the rare things. Take a look here, guys. So some pieces were put together at Lotus Omega. Was the left-hand drive. This most probably is the one, and the right-hand drive did get the name of the Vauxhall, so the Lotus Cavalier. At least I'm thinking it was the Cavalier. At least something with the C in front. Opel Manta with the big fat tires. So, like I told you, Opel is something that is also used for tuning, and this is one of these tuned Opels, one of the many, because as you can see here at this Ascona, of course this is also not what used to be there in 2.2 injection. This is of course not the engine that was usually in Opel Ascona of this generation. This one is looking standard. This is, except for the grille maybe, Opel Astra G OPC. So this was the more powerful version. That's also a little bit tuned. It's a more powerful version from Opel. Loving this rear end of the Ascona. Probably from Denmark, I would say, because of the red line around the license plate. Loving this color. Blue is beautiful, guys. Also, I'm saying this quite often about black, but blue metallic, guys. Blue metallic. Best looking color, in my opinion. So, and here's the little look to the Ascona and the Manta again.